That's a good way to start out a broadcast by saying you're half dead, but
They
they didn't hear it.
They didn't hear it. They didn't hear when I started. But they see what we're looking at. The bird feeder.
Dustin.
Bird feeder, Dustin, house. Oh, what's this? Big blue hose.
It's focusing on your finger.
Big blue hose.
Right about there.
What's on the end of it?
T-clamp. Oh, a suck hose, a suck tube. A suck tube.
Wow.
Foot valve. I haven't had enough sleep to remember that. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you, production assistant.
That's inside Zoom. You got to go up close.
Okay, get my camera adjusted. You need what?
GoPro.
Oh. Okay, it's adjusted on.
It looks, I know where to stand. Right? You really need to get out.
Go lay down.
Short person problems.
There's a footstool right there.
Let me plug it in.
Just in case we don't run out of juice. Hi, C for Freedom. Mama Jan. Charlene, there you are. It's all right for right now.
70%.
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
So you marathon.
Well, we might be switching from the phone to the computer.
Thanks, Charlie. All right. What have we been up to lately?
You got to talk loud because the traffic's loud because it's fair week. This is the first night of the fair.
What we've been up to lately is a road trip.
Road trip.
Okay. Road trip. No, road trip's already done. We went on vacation. You know what we did? We had to have a little vacation.
Vacation from our vacation.
Vacation from building a campground.
Okay.
And you know what I do when I go on vacation?
What do you do?
There's a hint. There's another hint.
What is that? What, you bring dirt home?
Dirt. Lots of dirt.
You go out and collect dirt.
Lots of dirt.
You're a dirt collector.
Here's what we do. I collect dirt. No, I gather dirt. I collect shiny yellow rocks.
No, you collect any kind of shiny rocks.
Keep it up.
It doesn't have to be gold. It can be purple or green or red or... Hi, Slim.
My new favorite tool, gold pan. I'm trying not to get wet with this.
We have a dryer. Hi, Debbie. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi. If you're playing cards for money, good luck.
It's heavy.
If you're playing canasta or something like that, we wish you all the points. So for those of us who are ignorant of collecting dirt, you want to explain what you're doing?
Probably pretty easy to figure out if they want some gold rush. If you don't want gold rush, just gold pan. Starts with a pan, ends with a pan.
Actually, the mine that you visited to take a tour for you and Dustin took a tour. I babysat with the dogs just because it was so hot. They sat outside the truck and I sat with them while you guys went to be in a 60-degree mine instead of
58 there.
instead of out where it was 90 something degrees.
Keep talking, you'll get job.
But,
Me, I don't talk much when I'm paying.
Dustin has some couple of really good pictures of Q, aka Oro, in the consolidated mine in Dahlonega, Georgia. And he has something to show off for you.
That was from Consolidated. That was my pan. And then Curtis got 4 of them. They told him that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that is the most a professional has ever got out of the pan there.
He should be guiding the mine
The quickest too.
Well, this isn't exactly a piece of garnet. It's a piece of the matrix rock off of garnet, if it'll focus on it, because it's focusing on Q right now. But yeah, that's a piece of garnet matrix.
We're going to do this rather quickly, simply because we're catching everything to recycle.
But there's
I'm going a little bit faster than normal.
But there's a lot of, because you are in the quartz belt in Georgia, northern Georgia, and well, actually from Maine to Alabama,
Northwestern Maine to central Alabama.
there is a big belt of quartz, and when you have quartz, you can have emeralds, rubies, garnets, topaz, anything that is quartz based, moonstone, sodalite, amazonite, adventurine. There's a whole slew of citrine of gemstones to be had. So whenever you're panning dirt from any of those states, you get a lot of garnet sand and ruby sand, plus you get little octagon shaped garnets that would be a good size. If you're a jeweler, they'd be a good size, like to make nice dangly earrings and put like several of them on the end of the chain or something like that. But they're not big enough for rings unless you're doing like a pave ring. They'd be very fine work. Hi, Aruba Dive Girl. Thanks for stopping in. So yeah, he's took what Sandy had, or what Dirty had left in the big pan, and he's trying to get down to where you can see just the gold, and you can see the dark spots in the sand. That's your garnet sand. And there's also some hematite, some black sand. You're there. Over the panning tub, as long as you're over the panning tub, you're good.
All right, I'm going to see if we're going to go. It's kind of hard to do with down here, but we'll try.
Well, I can change the angle of the camera if you need to stand up straighter. See lots of little garnets. See lots of mica. See, is that a little spider eye up there I see? Is this gold or is that mica? Mica?
I don't think they have any gold in this one. Probably in the next one.
But yeah, lots of mica, iron pyrite. But we just wanted to share with you a little bit, doing some
What am I
working.
doing here?
You're right now. You're trying to get all the gold to go to the bottom in that little crease around the bottom of the pan.
That's the heaviest thing in a station.
Gold is 19 times heavier than water, so it always goes to the bottom along with lead and mercury. Yeah. The harder the stone, the heavier it is. So sometimes if you get a good sized garnet or topaz or ruby, you'll get it to run with the gold. And the reason 1776 and Oro Expedition goes together is because we're looking for real money.
Yeah. We keep talking about getting rid of that Federal Reserve and all that fake Federal Reserve money. This is how you get real money. One way to get it.
And this is
You
how
go on Amazon and buy it.
this is how the founding members of the country that first came over for the shipping companies that worked for the East India Company and companies like that, the original fur trappers, when they came over from England or the Netherlands or whatever country was interested in colonizing America and exploiting its resources, this was one of the resources they wanted to exploit.
We're going to get a little more this time.
Now, the native tribes that were already here, yeah, they did some jewelry making, but to them it wasn't money. They used other things as money, things that they made with their hands, not things that they got out of the ground, and which it caused a bit of a problem in the 1830s to the 1850s,
Washing my dirt.
because
Gotta wash your dirt.
a lot of people, a lot of in history, they don't tell you about the gold rush on the East Coast, where a gentleman went to the house of a Cherokee farmer in the American Southeast and discovered this nice shiny rock they were using as a doorstop. There was a 17-pound gold nugget, and that started the Eastern Gold Rush. Now, the sad thing about the Eastern Gold Rush, because there was mines all over the North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. There were even some down near Washington, D.C., from Frederick County, Maryland, east, and down into Georgia and Alabama. There were gold mines. And one of the outcomes of these gold mines was the people with the money they wanted the people off the land that already owned the land, because there was many Cherokee farmers, Choctaw. There were 5 tribes involved. The Muskogee. I can't think of the other 2 right off the top of my head. I'm sure anybody that lives in Florida, Georgia, down in that area knows this history. But they wanted the natives off the land because a lot of them were farming the land. And so Andrew Jackson came up with the Indian Removal Act, or the people that were in the government at the time came up with the Indian Removal Act, which led to the Trail of Tears. And if you don't know your history on the Trail of Tears, I suggest you do your due diligence. The sad part about that is a short 10 years after the Eastern Gold Rush was started in 1838 with all this Indian Removal Act and all that, on 1849, I hope I said 1838, not 19, but in 1849, there was this wondrous thing in California where they discovered gold at Sutter's Mill. So they closed down the eastern gold mines and everybody went west, because the gold was supposedly more plentiful and you could kick a rock and it was a gold. And so we displaced 5 native tribes, caused the deaths of over 1,000 on the Trail of Tears, starvation, deprivation, and a black eye for the U.S. government that wasn't all that old at the time. It wasn't even 100 years old yet. And we did all of this for a short 10 years of an Eastern gold rush before everybody moved west.
So you were saying that this is the fake money?
That's the fiat money,
What does that say? Federal Reserve note, right?
Federal Reserve
It's
note.
not money. It's a
So
note.
It's a promissory note.
that's real money.
That's real money.
Yeah, the bill is a note. Doesn't say money on it anyway.
Yeah, when you do the mine tour at both Crescent and Consolidated in Dahlonega, Georgia, they give you a gold pan and some dirt, and they teach you how to pan. And what you pan, whatever gold is in the pan when you're done, that's what you get to take home with you at the end of your mine tour. And what Dustin was showing you was the gold that he and Q got at the end of the mine tour.
Yeah, the mine tour is kind of expensive when you first pay, but then when you realize you're gonna get some gold, it's expensive.
Yeah, well, you know, gold is $2,000 an ounce, and you get like a gram or two. You usually get enough gold in your pan to defray some of the cost of your tour. Hi, Freedom Nurse Scooter. Mama Jan says her back hurts watching you. Yeah, we all had sore backs this weekend or this week.
Tools and trade.
While we were in Dahlonega, we are getting ready to do a little bit more serious work at recovering or discovering real money. We bought a high banker, which, if you have a lot of dirt to work with, is what you do, and a lot of water is what you do instead of what Q is doing. What Q's doing right now would be considered finishing work when you're done at the end of the day. Another piece of equipment that we've had for a while but haven't had a chance to use yet, and I'm not sure. The last I heard, the inventor of this was not in good health, and we haven't seen him for a few years. But Bernie, what was Bernie's?
Bernie passed.
Oh, Bernie passed. Well,
Bernie McGrath or
no,
MC something.
yeah, yeah. He actually, we actually were really good. Yeah, he actually was a good friend, and we were in touch with each other for several years. But I just can't think of his last name at the moment because we always just called him Bernie. But
Well, he probably just called us.
yeah.
To answer your question, Mama Shirley, yes, you can find it. Q knows more about where you can find it, but Nevada is what I heard.
Nevada's the #1 state.
Yeah, well, yeah, Nevada's the #1. I mean, if you just look at out around Battle Mountain, there's Barrick Gold,
Like down the middle,
Newman Gold,
and then when you get halfway down the state, you veer off to the west. So
and there's some huge gold operations in Nevada right now. So that's one of your biggest gold producing states. But you can go as far west on the East Coast. You can go as far west as Ohio and a little bit of Indiana, southern Indiana, and you'll find gold. So you're going from northwest Maine to central Alabama, out to Ohio, a little bit of Indiana, and then you're skipping over. There's a little bit in Oklahoma and a little bit more in West Texas. And then when you get into New Mexico, what they call the 11 Western states is where you have more. And you also have a lot of quartz gemstones out there, garnet and serpentine garnet, and several. Montana's called the treasure state because it has sapphires and rubies. You have fire opals. So obsidian, all kinds of great stuff. But this is the Goldwell sluice, and this was McCluskey, Bernie McCluskey. But he had sold the licensing to this to a friend of ours named Joe Bursey, who lives in Massachusetts, who manufactures the Goldwell sluice.
Got that fancy tripod, too.
Well, yeah, it's a I'm not using a tripod. It's a vortex sluice.
This one, oh no, this is different.
Yeah, that's a different piece of machinery, and it
Right.
works on a vortex
Well,
system.
Let's put the other side. This is what most people are familiar with when it comes to gold mining.
Hi, Carrie. Yes.
Two different sets of ripples in this. These are Hungarian. These are angle ripples. These are Hungarian. Inside, blue is what's called miner's moss. That's where you go. It's that, and because of the way it's made, it creates a downward suction as the water's running across. So anything heavy will go down and stick in the carpet. Most of your fine gold will stick under the edges.
And now you can see what you need to do with your mat, how to glue it down.
Yeah, you gotta glue it down. This one needs re-glued.
With caulk. You have to caulk it.
This one was my second original A52. First original was made into a bridge.
Yeah.
But this is the old fashioned way. This is the new way. These vortexes, as the water's running across, the gold doesn't just drop down in, it spins down in. Because as the way these are shaped, they've been engineered. Bernie was an engineer, and he knew how to do the math and the calculations to figure out the best way to make these swirls and the exact depth and so on, to the point where it catches all gold, including microscopic gold. That's the amazing part of this, is that it will capture microscopic gold. So, we had a chance to work with Bernie and run this box out in Arizona, and it was amazing the way it worked. And very fortunate to spend the time we did with it.
And when they first came out with them, there was several gold shows the miners used.
No, we're on the one dredge.
On the one dredge on Bering Sea Gold.
Oh, and then they made a special set of boxes for one of the big dredges, the floating dredge.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel it in this one. I feel it, guys. Listen, when you go and find your first piece, well, do you want to talk about freedom? Freedom!
Well, this is a snuffer bottle.
I'd snip.
I said snuffer, yes.
You said that.
And what you do when you find gold.
Well, don't. Yeah.
Well, you told me what the
Tell them what it is, not how it works.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a snuffer bottle. And this snuffer bottle was made by Martin Prospecting. We bought this down at the Crescent Mine.
For sale.
Yeah.
All right. Gonna do one more pan here. Trying to be cloudy and stuff. So
Yeah, the storms have been going around us all
the
afternoon.
water's all kind of muddy and everything, so it's a little bit harder to see, but I can make it work.
Oh. I don't know if it's scattered.
That turns it.
Yeah, so
Don't worry, Jackie's got to stick together.
Gonna move my dirt around. Putting rocks in this structure.
Yeah, this is the part you don't get to see on a lot of gold shows. You just get to see the end result.
Majority of your gold in the East Coast travels with this quartz. It's Oh, snow quarters.
or milk quartz.
Yeah, milk quarters different. Milk quarters comes with shale. That's milk.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can find.
See lots of garnets.
I don't have enough depth to really pan good.
You got a pretty good sized pan there too.
We're good. More dirt. More gold.
Poor buddy.
You getting wet?
Yeah. Yeah, we got
like it.
we got stuck out in a thunderstorm. We were at the Lost Dutchman Mining Association claim in Dahlonega. Come a big old thunderstorm, and we were wet. The dogs were wet. Well, it looks like gold. Yes, better be careful.
It was down clean. That wouldn't be good.
You need to get it to the bottom.
Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Was already soaking.
That's the other thing I needed to get when I was at the store. Jet dry. Gotta pick up some Dawn and some Jet Dry. Water has a certain turbidity, and the more sediment and whatnot that's in the water, the higher the turbidity. So when you're panning gold, you want to break up that turbidity. So you put a little bit of Dawn dishwashing soap or Jet Dry. And that way the particles in the water don't carry away your particles of gold. Yeah. Yeah, I was going to ask Tammy if all the gemstones they had there on their birthstone display was out of the mine. I didn't get a chance to ask her. She was busy yesterday. Yeah, we got back from Georgia at 4 a.m. this morning.
You want to come straight through?
I wanted to come home, yes.
Me and Curtis were awake when they were asleep. All puppers and Miss Paula were sleeping.
Well, the pups were sleeping. Every time Miss Paula dozed off, somebody did something.
What? It was deer.
Or there was song on the radio that required clapping or yelling or something. So I got an equivalent of 30, about an hour and a half was the length, the amount of sleep I got in the truck.
At least you could say it wasn't Maxie. Maxie, it felt like a Cadillac driving.
Yes, it was a good ride.
That's right. On the hitch. How about the girl? Give him a pretty baby. He likes the old man.
She likes to get into settling ponds, which are kind of
in the water, yeah.
muddy, so we don't let her into settling ponds.
Here. Go, buddy.
What are you doing? She was going after the robin, and he was going after her.
I thought it was Mike.
No, she was guarding the yard from robins. And Rock is guarding. Yeah. I just don't want this deer.
Now looking at all this, you haven't had even one speck. Fever started going down that mine. That fever started.
You're surrounded by it.
Oh yeah. There's a
It's not a pain.
part of me that this is it. I think I've done this deja vu thing. Oh dear.
But they only ran to the property line, so
So would this be called a goldcation?
the gold cation, that's right. Actually, in 2013, we were attempting to set up
2014.
14
Yeah, March of 14.
to set up with one of a guy in Oregon that had a gold claim. It was going to be Oro Expeditions Gold Cations.
See,
Virgin Canyon Gold Cations.
Virgin Canyon can be made every month.
So we started that at one time, but the claim owner backed out on us because the claim didn't have any gold.
Don't know if it's natural. So,
You're keeping track of
Yes.
the
They're
comments.
talking amongst themselves
Okay.
right now.
it's heavy.
That's good.
Plugging these ripples up pretty quick. Heavy's a good sign.
Well, as I said from the start of Camp Freedom, and I'll say today, Curtis and Miss Paula, you're stuck with me.
Okay.
You can handle it.
We'll figure it out.
Brutus is here. I might actually legally change my name to Brutus.
Oh, there goes the big woodpecker.
That is big.
The well, that's one of the pelated,
Lead it, I think.
one of the big redheads.
See how he's going slower. It's the finer now.
It's real. Like now. Watch right here. This is what I'm watching. On the show right
Yes, I know. Good. You protected your yard. Yes, I know. You're down there.
See, now that he's not washing all the dirt, I can get a little closer now.
I wish the water was nice and clear. I'm not done.
She can still move when she wants to move.
Yeah, but it hurts.
Yes.
She pays for it later.
Coda has bad ACLs in her back legs. And yes, now you can do ACL surgery on dogs. Oh, that's the nugget. That's a
What
nugget. But,
Wow.
oh, look at that. You better show them.
No, yeah.
Look at that show.
My goal.
Excuse me?
Why they call me Oro? It's my goal. We ain't done yet. We gotta get it cleaner.
Obviously.
That's his goal.
That's true. That's what it is. Gold is.
That's your goal, Q.
You've obviously forgotten the old saying of what's yours is mine and what's ours is mine. And
I can hear it. Listen. When you hear that sound, you know what you done. I hear it talking to me.
You guys ready for this? I told you, I feel it, man. That's the one. I feel it.
All right, now we're done with them big ripples.
I'll give you a preview of what he's doing. Can't give it away. Not just yet.
Oh no, it's what's mine is mine, what's yours is mine, and what's ours is mine.
Pretty much covers it now.
Yeah.
Well, this is mine because I still got a hook on it.
So it puts in the snuffle ball.
What do you not? You didn't see it over there, did you?
You mean that one that's practically jumping up and down saying, "Look at me"?
Got Blackie over there waiting. So.
Yes. Different pans have different size pans have different riffles in them that do different things because of the aerodynamics of the riffles. The finer the riffles, the slower you have to go.
Off of there now. It's a little bitty bump. Watching for the yellow right about here. Just like that. See that little flake glow eye?
Yeah.
So when you see the gold, you wash it again. Tappy, tappy, tappy.
Cappy.
Tappy, tappy. It's tappy time.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. Our signal's pretty good. Reveal. Is there gold? What? Look at that.
Let's show that look. Wait a minute, that's too much dirt. What's this way too much dirt? We'll get some more of that dirt.
No, but
This is the patience part.
yes, you have to have patience.
More nice and clean you do.
Now, this is where some people sit down with what they call a gold wheel or a gold table, which is a vibrating table that separates the dirt from the gold.
But
So you're talking about like almost tumbler almost?
even
That's
with
what
all of that, starts with a pan, ends with a pan.
You still got to pan it
Still
down.
got to pan it at the end. If you pan it at the end, you get results like this. All right, I'm gonna need you. That bench is wet. That can dry.
Yeah.
I need him shooting over my shoulder.
Sit over your shoulder. You flying over, Bucky?
Yes, he is.
Hang on there.
Yep.
Get his place into it. Good.
Yeah.
Go.
Not yet.
We're doing the corner. Start right here.
Yeah. There's some spider eyes showing up. Oh, there's a whole line of spider eyes showing up.
You got a rock in the way with it.
You know what would happen if cotton were here?
I'm telling you. I didn't do that. When ain't gold stuck to it, so we're good. Yeah, it's definitely a garnet. It's sitting right there with the gold. Kind of blocking my what I want to happen here. Look at that.
Ooh,
What's that?
is that a nugget?
That's what you would call a baby nugget. Wait a minute, let's get it all back together.
nice thing about East Coast gold, it's 23 karat
It's the purest there is.
in the country.
Here's why we were doing tappy tappy. If you remember, she said everything gold's 19 times heavier than water. That's why you can do this.
Woo! Look at that.
That's what you call a baby nugget.
Or a big pair of Dahlonega angel wings.
No, that ain't angel wings. That's right out of a bank. That ain't been tumbled much. But it does have a really cool smooth spot. Put that in there. Wait a minute. We got another one. You notice I'm doing everything that has to do with touching underwater. You never touch a wet pan that's not underwater. This is what they call a picker.
Because you can pick it up with your fingers.
But you can't hold it like a nugget.
No.
That is an angel wing picker.
Yes.
Get straight up. You win?
Yeah.
Got one more. Got the little piece of wire gold. And this, if you notice, is a little bit different shade. And it's shaped like a piece of wire.
That almost looked like angel wing wire.
No, the angel wings are right there.
Anything that's twisted up like that is real close to
I'm going to
the
show you the angel wings until you get these rocks out. And get them spread out for you.
Oh no, not just shiny C4. How about
23
money,
karat
money,
gold.
money, freedom? That's freedom of its finest, right
That's
there.
real money. And
Freedom.
anybody can get it. All you got to do is have a few simple tools and a little bit of instruction.
And a lot of backbreaking work.
And a lot of backbreaking, wet, dirty work.
Yep.
Talk to my boots.
And the best place to find gold is where somebody else already found some.
So is that garnet right there?
Hmm?
Is that garnet right there?
Oh yeah, that's a garnet hanging out.
No.
It's not worth anything, but that's the only way it could be hanging out with gold is being a garnet.
Now, if I'm not mistaken,
These are all little garnets.
precious gems, if they're big enough, they can go too.
Yes. Well, the jewels
see
you
it?
buy, the
Look here. See that? It's floating gold. See how it floats?
I've got some. I don't have any.
That's how you know it's angel wings, see?
I've got some dishwashing soap. I don't have any gold on it.
That's it. I'm gonna get all this out of the pan later, but I'm gonna show you how to do the snuffers on it. Even though it's dirty water, can you see in the water good?
Yeah, right there. If the water stops moving.
What am I gonna do right in the middle, the big wide part?
Yep.
You squeeze first,
To make suction.
and then let go when you get it on the go to make suction. And now it's in the bottom. Oh, can you get that? We ran out of daylight. That's the problem. Make it shiny.
But the clouds cleared away.
That's what it's all about. You need real money, just go dig it up. It's out there.
$2,000 an ounce.
Yeah, 2,000 an ounce. It's real money.
And Julia said, should be a lot of gold on the East Coast as they all went to West Coast for gold.
Yeah.
Yep, there still is. A lot of gold, and it's more pure on the East Coast.
You get more specimen pieces on the West Coast because you have more quartz, gold over quartz. Than you
Those
do
are
on the
angel
East Coast.
wings. You see, some of them actually look like little angel wings. When you look at them with a loop, you can really see it. That's your average size when we're saying angel wings. That's the average size. And the way it got to be that way, my understanding is out west, most of the mountains were formed with volcanic activity. In the east, most of the mountains were formed with geyser activity or hydrothermal water
Hot, very hot water.
gushing up into the air like a volcano, but only taller. The geysers, it was somehow they scientifically figured it out that the geysers that formed the mountains originally went into the stratosphere.
Mm.
And the reason they know that is because of these things called angel wings. It's one way of telling. Because this gold was squirted up in the air by a geyser a million years ago and had time to cool completely before it fell back to the ground. So that gives them a way to figure about how long it took to fall. Yeah, you take your average size of your angel wing, which is about like that. They're just little specks.
Now there was one song.
So they would float real slow down. They also float in the water. That's the pieces that float in the water.
I thought I saw one little microscopic.
You don't seem microscopic unless I put a whole bunch of them together.
Oh yeah, this is right here what Oro Expeditions is about. That pan, that bucket.
Yeah, these are the new pans you got. We haven't tried them yet. Not sure how they work yet. They got all the same ripples, but this is supposed to be able to. Coda, stop. Keep barking at it.
Motorcycle?
You just went nuts because of the motorcycle broke down.
I'll put them in. Come.
Oh, from
See, Miss T knows what I need. This is the best way to get it back in the snuffer bowl. Should be able to get some more of that dirt now. I got the motor top on.
Now you said something about a contest
Oh,
earlier.
we have many different things in mind when it comes to that.
We don't have.
Can't reveal the contest yet because we're not revealing the big surprise.
Oh shoot!
That's in the future. That's part of the more later. Oh, it was pretty cool. A guy had a 1-ton dually, had it painted red, white, and blue. It was white with blue stripes and red fenders.
Isn't that what we're doing with Maxie?
No. And the first person that thinks about taking paint with Maxie is going to get my.
No, we're not painting vinyl.
Oh, yes. Maxie will get vinyl. Maxie will not get paint.
They might show off the newest piece, considering it's what we're talking about.
What?
The Oro Expeditions.
That good looking one over there?
With one word, is Michael Jackson.
I'm not gonna let me down on that one. Here's blue. I'll give you the reveal. Stay there, bud. Get a better shot here. That kind of looks like Patriot Q. Oh, wait, it is. Oro Expeditions. I know you guys seen this one, but this one's an awesome one as well. And right below it, it's awesome. You can actually see the license plate too. Clear, crystal clear. You know why we're pissed off? Because the federal government is making their fake money and people are falling for it. Where in actual reality, if you think about it, this is the real money right here. Or it's not a think about, it's a no. This is the real deal.
Magnetic sand.
You know, you can make that into what are that slime, the magnetic slime. Get some borax. Well, seeing a lot of people we haven't seen in a while. How we doing, Carrie's Mustang? Musings?
Musings.
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 You know what musings is. That's what your thoughts, and you put your thoughts out there. There in Greek mythology, there were 9 muses, and they each had a topic, like music and writing and.
Hi, Mama Jan. She finally said hi to me. I guess they're behind a little bit.
No, she was here earlier.
No, I mean they're probably behind in the video.
Okay. You can see I got it all one little spot. A little bit of gravel around it, so it's going to be dirty in the bottom, but that's okay. We're not done yet. But this is the snuffer bottle once again. You hold it upright, squeeze it.
Yeah, and the wet fall. Don't get the
You just
phone
found out
wet.
the wet part of the demonstration. Squeeze it up, stick it in the water by the gold, and let go slowly, just a little bit at a time.
It's like a vacuum. Oh, that's why you call it. That's why it's called a snuffer bottle.
Snuff.
Snuffs, it snuffs.
It keeps the gold in when you're getting the gold out.
That all goes by the way the straw goes almost all the way down. So whenever you do this, there's not very much chance of gold getting in the straw. It's going to go right here. That's why it's designed that way. And there's some dirt in there with it, but when you see like this, there's the dirt, there's the gold.
That's awesome.
There's the gold, there's the dirt. That's all that pan I was just using. That's the way it works right there. Just like that. The gold always slides to the bottom. That's the dirt. Boom. There's gold back. You see what this is?
Put a little soap in it.
Still had one float on it. I get jet lag.
No, it's just soap. Oh, tractor must be open. Tractor's open.
That's early.
I bet they're having a mud bug tonight too.
All of this is little small pieces of different gemstones.
Like emeralds and mica,
Emerald.
iron pyrite.
What's that one I said earlier? Topaz. Little slivers of blue topaz.
Oh, like your ring?
No, that's turquoise.
Turquoise.
Turquoise is an out west thing.
But we did find out something cool about my ring today.
Yes.
Because of a little thing we bought called a jeweler's loop. It's actually better than a jeweler's loop.
It's a microscope.
You can put a little mini microscope and put it right over your stone or whatever you're looking at. It has light on it. But when you set it down on there, it's the exact distance it needs to be. So when you look in the eyepiece, it's in focus. And this stone we found out was Sonoran gold.
It's called loose. Sonora blue turquoise. It's turquoise over gold.
The little brown spots that you see with the naked eye are actually small pieces of gold. Little small nuggets of gold.
I gotta
do that. It was my dad's ring, and I never knew it.
I gotta do it. I gotta do it at least once. It will give you all a good laughs. Keep doing what you're doing.
I'm done.
No, just pretend you're doing it. Just trust me.
Do that out here.
Just trust me. Then do it. Pan. You guys are gonna love it. You guys are gonna love it. Today on Oro Expeditions, we're tracking those in their natural habitat. Look as the Lady Q goes and pans for the gold.
If anybody in the chat room has wondered where we got this.
What is that?
What is all that? It's like beach sand, doesn't it?
That's what you've been panning.
Yeah.
Did you get that down under?
Yeah, we got it down in Georgia.
But technically down under. Down yonder.
You're just too Yankee to do something.
That's not Southern. That was Australian.
All of our viewers in Australia, please ignore the news.
The waterfall.
Slow water. Just in case they go there.
No, the only thing in here is mica.
I'm panning.
Watch.
No matter how big pan is, it's still pan.
I've seen Q pan with his feet. Or pan with his feet.
Yeah, I seen that too.
It's too wet pan. No more water.
You're almost there anyways. You got one full leg.
Yeah, I consider that's a generator cover, so it should be all right.
Man, 90 years old taught me how to do this. He didn't have any pans. All he had was mortar tub. Might not be enough black sand in this.
Watch his predator Q.
I don't think we missed any.
No, I don't
If we
see
did,
it.
it'd be laying right there. We didn't miss any.
That's your line of garnet black sand.
Oh, there's all kind of pretties in there.
Yeah, you can actually take a kitchen sieve and strain that out and keep the chunks of garnet if you wanted to do something like a mosaic or if you did
Like jewelry rocks, gemstones and stuff. It's loaded up. The Southeast has about 17 to 20 different semi-precious and gemstones that are available in the water, in the creeks, in the rivers. This dirt came from an actual gold mine that had been established in the 1800s, known as the Loud Mine. And this dirt came from, they dig it out of the ground, but where the ground where they dig, underneath about 10 to 20 feet down, is what's known as an ancient riverbed, where a river is flowing now and meandering back and forth. In this period, where this dirt came from, it meandered quite a bit over millions of years back and forth. And every time it'd go a different path, it would lay down dirt, rocks, sand, and gold and gemstones. The gold you find in this dirt doesn't originate where this dirt came from. It's from ancient riverbeds in the area. And the property that these people own is the actual old mine, and they have flooded all the mine. So now everything is dug up like dredging off the bottom and put up in piles and then worked out. This dirt, it's not dredged out of the pond. This dirt comes directly out of the mine, where they go right into the side of the hill in the mine and scoop up gold-bearing dirt right in the vein. It's not a vein. It's the original ancient riverbed deposit. So, yeah, the dry dirt. Well, I don't have to tell them they can watch a video. It's cute. You want to wear my hand pan video?
No.
Buddy.
I did it for Dave.
Yeah, I know you did it when we were out in California.
I've seen it, but you're listening to say, I'm doing good.
Well, I think there was a crew of film students that came to Happy Camp at UCLA in summer of 2015, and they were doing a documentary about gold mining in California.
Lonelier than God.
Lonelier
than God.
Yeah, lonelier than God. And lonely as God. And they were. We were working on the Klamath River at the time near what they call the Wingate boat ramp. We were just upriver.
Well, the Wingate was famous back in the 1800s.
Yeah, because they did a lot of hydro mining with the big monitors. And it looked like a giant fire hose washing away the side of the mountain. And, Morrow and Dave McCracken were part of this documentary that these film students were filming as part of their college portrait. And they sent us a copy of it. And it is on the oralexpeditions.com website. It's on the front page.
But, on the other hand, this dirt here is not going anywhere because there's still a chance there is gold that I haven't found. I don't consider myself professional enough to pan something one time and throw it away.
So we're going to
No good gold miner does it. You have other ways of processing it, which can extract gold, might be locked up in stacks or something like that. So that's why we keep ones that look like this, because if you look at this with a jeweler's loop, there's probably going to be a little speck of gold on it. And this is the quartz that the gold travels in.
They don't do it so much on the East Coast, but out west, they'll take different kinds of and crush it. And that's where you get a lot of your microscopic gold. And they use a chemical called aqua regia to get all of the gold out of, to separate the gold from all of the impurities. In old days, they used mercury. And even today, there are miners out there who think they know how to use mercury, and it turns out that they're not careful enough with it and give themselves mercury poisoning. which leads to extensive mold damage. Uh, when we were mining in Happy Camp, several of the places where we dug, we came across little pockets of mercury. And you can burn it off, but you have to make sure you're well. That's the tractor pullers going home. And so that you don't get mercury poisoning. Oro was camping with somebody in Tennessee who suffered from it.
But he didn't get it.
No.
He worked in the plant where they used raw.
All right.
He had real bad shakes. Real bad work.
But yeah, mercury's nothing to fool with.
It's nasty. Doesn't take a lot to really mess you up.
When we were at the, what was it, Christen's?
Consolidated is when you did the tour. Christen is
Yeah.
the other one.
When we were there, Christen's, you were showing me how copper comes out of the ground too. And it kind of looks like it's a when you're in a cave, you see the just coming down and it keeps coming. I can't remember calcium.
Yeah.
Calcite. It reminds me of calcite.
Well, stalactites are usually the mine has a lot of limestone and calcium in it. So that's where you get calcite. And that's considered a semi-precious stone. Kyanite, selenite. Also, down at the Christen mine, they have lamps that are made out of selenite. Yeah, all of them. Molodites, meteorite. It's kind of greenish looking. Molodite.
Oh, so someone with the rock that he's got.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Maxie, everybody. Whoa.
What's in the box?
What is that?
Big ball of tarps.
You said, I don't know.
That's more
Flashing.
than later.
Huh? Then I can't see.
There's a step there. Your legs.
I'm just gonna say it's not all tarps.
Hold on. You're gonna have to hold it for a second.
It looks like it's not all tarps.
Y'all didn't think Dustin was this limber, did you?
Yes, with sneakers, it's very, very much better limber. Look at all this tarps, man. We got tarps for days.
That tarp? That much tarp. Gotta be something else.
What could be under there? I thought it was just tarps.
That's a good time. Say more later.
But yeah, as,
Love y'all. Thanks for being here.
as Miss Paula likes to say,
We love you. Be safe. Be blessed. More later.
More later.
more later.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
No fever.